Respected fellow practitioners and guests, in the last 2 days, we have been speaking about overcoming the 3 poisons. The 3 poisons are the major emotions that we have problems with. They are greed, anger, and ignorance. When we do not attain what we want, when our greed is not fulfilled, when we do not receive more of what we want, we give rise to the heart of anger. We do this in the mistaken belief that we ourselves are individuals, that this body is me, that I have my own ideas, the concept of I. Because I have a body, because I have ideas of thoughts, I wish to protect what I consider as mine. I wish to have more for myself. This is greed. Greed can be as small as momentarily thinking of something. Thinking that the weather is very hot. It would be very nice to have something cool to drink. That is greed. Greed can be as large, as overwhelming, as wanting to be a business person and create a large fortune, a large empire. All different degrees of greed, but all greed. When we do not get what we want, when that greed is unsatisfied, we often give way to anger. Anger arises also because we are attached to ourself, to our ideas. I know I'm right. I know if I'm right, logically, you have to be wrong. If you're wrong, I'm right. Then you need to believe, to think as I do. And when you do not, I become angry. We all do this. When people do not give in to us, we become angry. When things do not go our way, when we are criticized, when we feel others are taking advantage of us, we become angry. When others take advantage of us, what is really happening? We spoke yesterday of cause and effect, that everything that happens to us is the result of what we have thought, said, or done in a previous lifetime. If something happens to me, it is not because I am a helpless victim in all this. If somebody is giving me a difficult time, I can safely assume that I have done so in the past. And that is why I am going through this difficulty now. There's no point in becoming angry with the person who is giving me a difficult time. They may be doing so because I have done something wrong, in which case I need to be corrected so I can find my faults and fix them. But maybe I really haven't done anything wrong at this particular moment. If they are unjustly accusing me of having done something that I have not done, then they have reduced my negative karma. They have helped me. How can I become angry? How can I want to become even when somebody has just done me a kindness? If we understand What is happening when we are having difficulties? We will no longer become angry, or at least, since most of us are still unable to completely stop being angry, at the very least, once we realize we are angry, we will calm down more quickly. Often, anger arises so easily, seeming so natural to us. We do not even realize we have become angry. We just think we're having thoughts, and we're so wrapped up in the thoughts that they may go on for a while before we even realize, once again, we have given in to our anger when we promised ourselves we would not do so. As soon as we realize what has happened, we need to try very hard to diffuse the situation. Either we go off by ourselves, or we try to find another way to handle it. But what is important is that we do not give in to the anger. That we only think of how to reduce it, of how to correct this fault in the future. We can do so by trying to think of how to help the other person. Why do we become angry? Because of greed. But why does greed come about? Because of the third poison, ignorance. We were discussing the other day, after one of the talks, the difference between ignorance and stupidity, and which would be a correct translation of the Chinese term. Ignorance is to not know something. It has an air of almost innocence about it. We simply do not know. Perhaps we were not taught. Perhaps we do not believe because we are unable to believe. Ignorance is improper thoughts and viewpoints. It is not knowing the proper way to think. Often because we have not been taught, often because somebody has told us, but maybe we doubted them. Doubt is also another poison. Let me tell you a story about ignorance. A long time ago, a priest in a well-respected religion decided that since it was a very special day in his religion, he would celebrate this by sacrificing the life of a goat. He called the attendants and told them, "Go to the stables, take a goat, take it to the river, wash it, prepare it for the sacrifice. Then, when it is prepared, bring it back to me." The attendants went to do so. They took the goat. They went